Hey guys, so today we're going to go through the paper 2 of 2023. And here's the formula sheet. As usual, you can have reference to it, and it's mostly useful when you go tackling those more difficult questions. So let's go. Show that 4 and 2/3 divided by 1 and 1/5 is 3 and 8/9. So this is the first question, so don't stumble on a lot. Make them improper fraction. So 40 divided by 6/5, and then keep switch flip. So, and this should give you 70/18. And then if you're converting it back, you simply see how many 18 can fit into 70. So that's 3, and then 70 minus 54 will be 16/18. If you simplify it, this will give 3 and 8/9. Right, that's the 3 easy to remark. Question 2. So this shows the probability that can land on each color of the spinner. Right. And then this guy spins the spinner 200 times. You're meant to work out the estimate for the number of times the spinner lands on pink. So always bear in mind that the probability adds up to 1. So 1 minus 0.32 minus 0.13 minus 0.28 would give you 0.27, and then it says 200 times, so 200 times 0.27 would give you 54. Now question 3. So this is a trapezium. BC is parallel to AD. You need to find the largest angle inside the trapezium. So bear in mind that these 2 points add up to 180 because these are the straight line, and then it's a line across it, so this is by the angle rule. So 7x, if we just add them together, plus 46 minus 27 equal to 180. Simplification would give you 7x plus 9 equal to 180. So 161 equal to 7x. Then x would be 23. You're meant to find the largest angle inside of this trapezium. So what you do here is that you just try to find it one by one. So 23 times 3 plus 46. So this would be 115. 4 times 23 minus 27 would be 65, and then 3 times 23 plus 10 would be 79. So therefore, this is the largest angle. Complete the table of values for y equals to x squared minus x minus 4. So here, simply you just use the calculator work to work out each values. So I'm just not going to demonstrate it here, but if you plug these values in, the y value you could get will be 8, -2, -4, -2, and 2. So on the grid, you're meant to transfer these values in. So -3 and 8 will be this point. -2 will be this point. -1, -2 will be this point. 0, -4 will be this point. 1, -4 will be this point. 2, -2 will be this, and 3, 2 will be this. So now, since this is not a full parabola, because you don't have a minimum or maximum point, but here will be minimum. So therefore, to find the minimum point, so x, bear in mind, will be -b over 2a. So if you're good at quadratics, you'll realize that this coefficient will be 1, and the value of a is 1, but 1 times 2 will be 2, so half. If you plug x equal to half in this equation, y equal to -4.25. So 1/2 will be here, negative 4.25 will be there. So now you just have to join the dots together and make sure it's a curved line. Sorry, it's a little messy drawing, but you just make sure that it got to touch all of these curves. And yeah, that will be another simple 2 mark. Now, question 5. Nancy has some coins with a total value of 85 pence. She has only 2 pence coin and 5 pence coin. The ratio of the number of 2 pence coin to the ratio of number of 5 pence coin is 1:3. Nancy has more 5 pence coin than 2 pence coin. How many more? So this is go by the number, but let's see by value how the ratio will go. So 2 times 1 will be 2, and 5 times 2 will be 15. So the total value of this 2 coin will be 2 times 15 equal to 17. So because the total value is 85 pence, so 85 divided by 17 will give you 5. Now, we're going to use these values to times them both by 5, because this is how much number they have. So now this will be 10, and then that will be 75. And now we're dividing it back by their own whole value, so we can have just the number bit. So 10 divided by 2 will be 5, and 75 divided by 5 would give 15. So how many more? Then be 15 minus 5 equals to 10. The answer will be 10. This question is a little tricky question that kind of requires like a little bit of outside the box. Alright, question 6. Write 76 million in standard form. Right, you bear in mind that standard form has to be only one integer, maybe not integer, one number at the start between 0 and 10, so this two number cannot, and then times it by 10 to the power of something. That will be 7.6 times 10 to the power of 7, because there's 6 zeros and a 1 more number there. Right, 5.4 times 10 to the power of 4 is an ordinary number, so you just move the decimal place 1, 2, 4. So that will be 0.00054. Sorry. Question 7. Circle theorems. So A and C are on a point center 0. DA is the tangent of the circle at A, and DC is the tangent to the circle at C. Angle ADC is 48 degrees. Work out the side of the reflex angle AOC. Bear in mind, radius meets a tangent 90 degrees, so these two are definitely 90 degrees. And now, there's a theorem that this angle and this angle add up to 180. So if this happens, so therefore 180 minus 48 is 132 degrees as this obtuse angle. Now remember that it's asking you about a reflex angle, so here is the last bit of the work that will get you the last or maybe 2 more marks. So 360 minus 132 is 228, and reflex angle are more than 180 degrees but less than 360, so the answer is 228. Charlotte buys a painting for 680. The value of the painting increases by 4% each year. Work out the value of painting at the end of 3 years. Give your answer correct to the nearest pounds. Or maybe, sorry, dollar signs. So 680 increases by 4%. So they keep the original amount and then add 0.04% each year. And they do that for 3 years. So to the power of 3. And if you put it into your calculator, it should give you 765.00. Change the speed of 27 kilometers per hour to speed in meters per hour. So 27 kilometer to meter will be 1000 meters. Alright, an hour you will have 3600 seconds. So therefore 227,000 divided by 3600 will give you 7.5 meters per second. Here will be 7.5. Question 10. Team A and Team B take part in a quiz league. After 11 rounds, Team A has a mean score per round of 17. After 9 rounds, Team B has a mean score per round of 18. Both teams take part in a further round. After this round, both teams has a mean score per round of 18.5. In the third round, Team A scored more points than Team B. How many more? So, let's just say that Team A first has this much point. Alright? Team B first has this much points. And now they will take part in the further round. So plus A plus B. And their mean score is 18.5. So therefore we can form and solve equation. So 18.5 times 12, because there's 12 rounds for A, 18.5 will times 10, because now they'll have 10 rounds for B. So 11 times 7, so this will be 187, plus A will get you 222, and A will be 35, and B will be 162 plus B 185, and B is 23. So 35 minus 23 will be 12. So the answer here will be 12. Question 11. Here is a 9-sided regular polygon ABCDEFGHJ with center O. ODK and FEK are straight lines. Work out the value of x. Now, this question, there is a way easier approach to it, and let me tell you how it is, although it looks a bit scary. So, if you just think this, like this way, so here in the middle there is a circle, and each piece are the same. So how many pieces are there? There are 8 pieces. Oh, sorry, no. There are 9 pieces. 360 divided by 9 to 40 degrees. So each of them be 40. These two lines are the same. So 180 minus 40 divided by 2 be 70. So here's 70, here's 70, here's 70, here's 70. So on a straight line angled up to 180 degrees. So 180 minus 140 equal to 40 degrees. So this is 40 degrees, this is 110 degrees. And also in a triangle up to 180. So 180 minus 40 minus 110 is equal to 30 degrees. So the value of x is 30 degrees. Now, question 12. This is a traditional SOHCAHTOA question that would appear every single time in this IGCSE maths paper. So diagram shows a right angle triangle ABD. So AB is 14 cm, AD is 8 cm, C is on the point of BD such that BAC is 38 degrees. So here, work out the length of CD. So always mark this because this is the length you're trying to find. First, let's try to find this big angle. First of all, so this is the height, this is the adjacent, so cosine inverse of 8 divided by 14 be 55.15. And now if I'm trying to find this bit of the angle here, So if you already know 1 is 38, you just need to find the other one. If I use the calculator, that will be 17.15. Now SOHCAHTOA again. So you know the angle, you just try to find the opposite. So tan 17.15 equal to opposite over 8. So if you use 8 times tan 17.15, and this would be 2.47. Yeah. Probability question. So 2 6 and this 4 6 has 1 red face and 5 yellow face. So add up together to 6. So that will be 1 6 5 6 1 6 5 6. Alright then, work out the probability that both dice land on yellow. So all you gotta do is to multiply these two together. So 4 6 times 5 6 give you 20 over 30. You do not just simplify further, because in mark scheme it do allows you an answer that is equivalent to that, to the specific one. So let's say they use percentages, they use decimals. You can have loads of multiples, but still better to simplify them. Right, 14. Another a circle theorem question. So find the size of angle RQP. So if you recall circle theorem knowledges, this will be 90 degrees. Why? Because angle in a semicircle, triangle, is always 90 degrees. This angle is also fine, but this is what is said. Find the side of the angle PSQ. So PSQ would also be 22 degrees. Why? Because angles in a segment are equal. Simplify fully this. So 32 to the power of 3/5. So if you use a calculator, because it will be hard if you calculate manually. So 8 and a power of 9. Express this in the form of px to the power of n, where p and n are both integers. So because there's a negative, so you flip them, so it'll be 10x to the power of 3. So 10 to the power of 3 will be 1000, x to the power of 3, so x cubed. So this is the answer. Now it's solving just linear equation. So solve 1 minus 2y over 3 minus 4/5 minus 2y minus 1 over 2. Show clear algebraic working. Now starts to get a bit little trickier. So first, you do realize 3, 5, and 2, right? You're trying to find the lowest common multiple. So it will be 30. So 30 and 10 minus 20y equals to 24 over 30 minus 30y minus 15. Now you can get rid of the denominator. It will be 10 minus 20y equals to 24 minus 30y plus 15. That will be 10 minus 20y equals to 39 minus 30y. So if you add 30y on both sides, that will be 10 plus 10y equal to 39. So 29 to 10y and y equal to 2.9. Now, proportion question. So Q is directly proportional to the square root of t. The graph shows the relationship between Q and t for 0 less than t less than 8. So find a formula for Q in terms of t. Always find the one that actually hits on the point. And it's better if they're integer. So 1 and 3. So here's when t is 1 and Q is 3. So the formula of proportion, directly proportional, will be K equal to Q equal to K times square root of T. So 3 equals to K to square root of 1. So K here will simply be 3. So if we just rewrite it and substitute the value of K in, so Q equal to 3 square root of T. Q is increased by 20%. Find a percentage increase in T. Always bear in mind that if you try to actually multiply 1.2 into a number but has the same outcome when taken out of the square root, you have to make it squared. Because let's say if you want to times the number by a overall, but it's expressed as square root, so a square root of a squared will be equal to a. So therefore, increase by 20% will be multiplied by 1.2. So inside square root will be 1.2 times 1.2 will be 1.44. So 1.44 minus 1 will be 0.44. Because it's a percentage, so you multiply by 100, so that'll be 44%. Question 17. Expand and simplify this. Right, this one is generally, it's not a hard question here, but it's just very easy and to get loose marks or to confuse yourself. So 3x times x, so 3x squared, 3x times 6, 18, minus 2x minus 12. So that would be 3x squared minus 2x plus no. So 3x squared plus 16x minus 12. So you multiply this again by x plus 6. So 3x cubed plus 16x squared minus 12x plus 18x cubed plus 96x minus 72. So you keep that 3x cubed and then 16x squared and this add up to 34x squared. 96 minus 12 give you 84x minus 72. So this is the answer. Make E the subject of W equal to square root of E plus G over EF minus D. The first thing I'll do here is to square both sides. And now, so W squared EF minus D equal to E plus G. So therefore, you want to have W on only one side. So you want to get rid of this. So how you do it? You just divide that by both sides. And now it says in terms of W. Oh, sorry. Because it's in terms of E, so you meant to expand this bracket. So therefore, let me just check. Yeah. So W squared EF minus E. So you meant to put this one here. So that will be W squared D plus G. So factorizing E out of both sides will be E and this equal to W squared D plus G. So therefore E equal to W squared D plus G over W squared F minus 1. Therefore that will be E equal to W squared D plus G over W squared F minus 1. Okay, now moving on to question 18. And here, this is a graph question. This one, if you use calculator properly, it shouldn't be a big deal. And this is probably a 3 marker to get here. So y equal to sine x. Always bear in mind that sine graph will look somewhere like E or C, because it has to be like a physics wave graph. So therefore, the easiest way to check is to see if sine 0 is equal to 0. And only C works. So therefore, this has to be C. And we can get rid of this too, because there's no other sine, cosine, tan in it. So y equal to minus 3 over x. So this has to be B or F. And now, negative 3 over x. So let's just say when x is 1. So that means the value of y has to be negative. And b is very clearly positive, so it's not that, and it has to be f. Now determine between a and d. So this is an x cubed graph. So cube graph will definitely have both a minimum and a maximum point. So a satisfy it, and then this is your free 3 mark. Question 19. So this is a traditional question that will come up every single year, either like differentiation or stuff. This is the question where it asks you to complete the square. So express 3x squared minus 6x plus 5 in the form a times x minus b squared plus c. Therefore 3x squared minus 2x plus 5 over 3. So therefore now you just have to divide this middle term by 2. So 3x minus 1 squared minus 3 over 3 plus 5 over 3. So therefore 3x minus 1 squared minus 3 plus 5. Therefore 3x minus 1 squared plus 2. Therefore this would get you that 3 mark. Question 20. There are 12 counters in the bag. 3 of the counters are red. 9 of the counters are green. So Amia, Jack, and Ia each take at random 1 counter from the bag. Work out the probability that at least 1 red counter is still in the bag. So what this means that they can take RGG, they can take GGG, they can also take RRG in any order, but they can't take RRR. This may seem a little hard, however, the probability can simply work by using 1 minus the probability of taking RRR, and this would give you the total probability of getting at least 1 red counter. So you see that there's 3 red counters, right? So let's just say one of them, the first one will have a 3 over 12 probability of getting it. Second one, since 1 is being taken out without replacing, so it will be 3 minus 1 and 12 minus 1. Because they did not replace it, so the second time the probability will be this. The third time is 3 minus 2 and 12 minus 2, because 2 of them been taken out, and it's the third person who's taking it. So simplifying it will be 3 over 12 times 2 over 11 times 1 over 10. And this one, if you use a calculator, this will be 6 and 1320. So 1320 and over 1320 minus 6 over 1320 would be 1314 over 1320. And you can just leave answers like that. Question 21. Solve the simultaneous equation and show clear algebraic working. So you can simply just plug this one into here. That'll be 3y minus 1. Don't write square here because you have to simplify it anyways. Equals 11. Now expand the bracket. So that'll be 9y squared minus 3y minus 3y plus 1, and plus 3y squared is equals to 11. So this will be 18y squared minus 6y plus 2 plus 3y squared equals to 11. Collect like terms, so 18 plus 3 will be 21y squared minus 12y plus 2 is equal to 11. So 21y squared minus 12y minus 9, because you're minusing 11 from both sides to get a 0. So now you can divide both sides by 3, so that would be 7y squared minus 4y minus 3 to 0. So negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So here y1 will be 1 and y2 will be negative 3, 7. And now you're finding the x value because there also needs to be 2. So if you plug the y in, so one of the value of x will be 2. The second one will therefore be negative 16 over 7. The two pair of the value will be 2, 1 and negative 16 over 7, negative 3 over 7. Good. Just as easy as that. Okay, the diagram shows a triangle ABC and a flagpole BF. So this is the diagram that shows A, B, and C are points on a horizontal ground. BF is vertical. So this shows the information as you can see on the diagram. So D is the point on AC such that the angle BDC is 90 degrees. So if I just label here using a ruler, I know it's probably not the most accurate, but this is D, is 90 degrees. Work out the size of angle of elevation from of point F from the point D. Give your answer correct to 1 decimal place. So if we just connect this one in, and now we can use the cosine rule to first find the angle here, then get the opposite, and then you can find the angle here using 3D rule. Okay, so angle of C, we do cosine of a squared plus b squared minus c squared over 2ab. So cosine minus, so a squared is 11 squared plus b squared be 16 squared minus c squared will be 9 squared. So over 2 times 11 times 16, and this will give 32.76. So sine 32.76 be equals to opposite. So this is the opposite, and this is the hypotenuse. So opposite over 11. So therefore opposite will be equal to 11 times sine 32.76. So therefore opposite will be equal to 5.95. So here this one will be 5.95. And now in order to find this, so this will become the opposite, this will be adjacent. So here tangent rule will come in place. So opposite is 10 and adjacent is 5.95, and this will be 59.2 degrees. Answer here will be 59.2. Okay, now this shows a diagram of a cuboid with a square cross section. The volume of the cuboid will be 13 plus 6 square root of 5. So without using a calculator, find the value of x. Give your answer in the form of a plus square root of b, so always in that, be the last one, where a and b are both integers. Show your working clearly. So volume of a cuboid would simply just times all of the sides, and it's equals to 16 plus 6 squared. So x squared equal to 13 plus 6 squared root of 5 divided by 2 squared root of 5 minus 3. But you're meant to, because you're meant to get in this form, so you need to rationalize it. So you multiply by the inverse, like inverse operation. So this times this will be 20. So minus 3 times 3 will be negative 9. So the upper bit will be 26 square root of 5 plus 39 plus 60 plus 80 square root of 5. And this will be equal to 44 square root of 5 plus 99. This will be equal to 4 square root of 5 plus 9. And now bear in mind that they just need the value of x. So therefore we're meant to square root this. Square root of 4 square root of 5 plus 9. And also here you just have to get them in the form of 9 plus 4 square root of 5. So there's a equation where a will be the square of this, so that will be 81. Then b will be the square of this, that will be 80. And then c would simply be this difference between k will be the difference between it, so that will be 1. And now you're plugging it back in using this value and k. So 9 plus 1 over 2 squared minus, actually no, plus 9 minus 1 over 2. So therefore that will give you square root of 5 plus 2. Since this is an operation to find a square root of a third, which I feel like this is a little hard of this paper. But this is where the top mark, last mark goes. Now, question 24. This one is really starting to get harder with coordinates. As coordinates and vectors are usually the hardest part of the paper. So ABCD is a kite with AB equal to AD and CB equal to CD. So a kite would look like this. So if I just draw an approximate one, it will simply just look like this. Then they will meet at a point okay, so A would have coordinates -2, 10. C will be 4, -5, and B will be -27 over 5 and 4. So therefore, first we can find the equation between A and B. So by first finding the equation of A and B, so that will be 10 minus 4 over -2, and also D will be x, y. Actually, first let's do the distance way. So first, let's try to find the distance between these 2 points. Now, distance is probably not the best way. So the best way is to find the gradients between these two. Distance, that one also works, but this will take the most time. So therefore, so you go y2 minus y1, so -5 minus 10 over 4 minus -2, that will be -15, and 4 plus 2 equals 6. So this simplifies to -3 negative 5 over 2. So y minus y1 equal to mx minus x1. So y equal to negative 5 over 2x minus 5 plus 10 equal to negative 5 over 2x plus 5. So this can form one of these equations. Now the gradient of this would simply just be the perpendicular of it. Opposite reciprocal has the product that is always negative 1. So negative 1 times 2/5 will be negative 2/5. No, positive 2/5. Because yeah, this is divided by that. So positive 2/5. So if you plug that one into the general equation, so y minus y1 plus gradient x plus x1. This question is probably gonna actually kill me because this one is a hard one. So y minus 4 equal to 2/5 x plus 54 over 25. So y equal to 2/5 x. If you're going to get all the sides in the general equation mx plus c, so plus 100 over 25, that would be y equals to 2/5 x plus 154 over 25. And now we're meant to find this intersecting point. So now in order to find the intersecting point, we can just do 2/5 x plus 154 over 25 is equals to negative 5 over 2x plus 5. So therefore you can move, it's better to have a positive one than a negative. So you would rather to add 5 over 2x on both sides. So if you just use a calculator, because mine has a calculator paper, so the left side would be 2.9x plus 154 over 25 is equals to 5. So 5 minus this would give you negative 29 over 25 equals to 2.9x. So x would be this divided by that. So if you use that divided by 2.9, it will give negative 0.4. So x would be negative 0.4. So y, you just got to substitute it into one of these equations. So y would be negative 0.4. No, sorry. Y would be negative 2.5 times negative 0.4 plus 5. So negative 2.5 times negative 0.4 plus 5 will be 6. So negative 0.4 and 6. And now there's a last bit, because this will not be an eventual answer. So negative 27 over 5 adds something over 2 equal to that, and this adds something equal to 6. So this will be a midpoint work with negative 27 over 5 plus x over 2 and 4 plus y over 2 is equals to 0.46. So if we solve it separately, so this will be equal to 0.8. So x equal to 0.8 minus 0.8 minus 27.5. So that will be 6.2. So that part is, we'll get 6.2. And the other one of the y, is 8, because 4 plus something, half of it would be 6. So 6.2 and 8. Therefore, the answer is 6.2 and 8. Which is a little difficult question. So now, question number 25. A solid sphere has a radius 2.8 centimeter, correct to 1 decimal place. The sphere has a mass of m pi grams, where m equals 260, correct to 2 significant figures. So work out the upper bound of the density of the sphere. Give your answer in gram per centimeter cube, correct to 2 decimal place. Show you're working clearly. So density equals mass over volume. So therefore the mass will be 265 if you find the upper bound value. The volume of the sphere, bear in mind, will be 2 pi r cubed. So if I just make any reference to formula sheet, it's 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So the radius has to be the lower bound, so 2.75. Therefore 265 over 4 over 3 pi and 2.75 cube, and the mass has the pi on it. So if we just cancel out the pi and just do simple calculator work, that should give you 9.56 grams per centimeter cube. Alright, this last question isn't that demanding. As far as I'm aware, like how badly question 23 and 24 were. But honestly, paper 2 is always a harder paper than paper 1. So yeah, good luck revision, yeah? And see you next time.